Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. We are now in the class of spoken English, and today we will be discussing 30 sentences and phrases that you can use for your daily conversation, and they will make your conversation better. So there are certain sentences that we are not sure that how to use them, or we are not aware of them, or there are certain differences between two similarly or two alike sentences. So here we are using or discussing those 30 sentences which can really bring a change in your conversation, your spoken English. So first of all, when you meet someone and when you are like obliged to someone, so you must be using the sentence, I really appreciate. So I really appreciate if you get me a glass of water. Yeah, I really appreciate you coming to me. I really appreciate your quality time that you have rendered to me. Or I really appreciate if you could do today's duty on my part. So this is this is an expression which can be used in a very polite manner, but this makes your spoken English very good, and it brings some politeness to your language as well. How do you do and how are you? So these are two similar sentences, and normally we confuse them to be exactly similar. They are identical, but they're not similar. So identical in nature, कि हम किसी का हाल चाल पूछ रहे हैं, but here the thing is not only limited to this thing. So whenever we are asking how do you do, so what answer should we get out of it? So the proper answer should be how do you do? So the answer to how do you do is how do you do itself. How do you do के जवाब में हम I am fine, thank you ये नहीं कहते. How do you do का जवाब how do you do ही होता है. So normally this is spoken when we are meeting someone for the first time, when someone is stranger to us, when we are being more formal with someone. तो जब हम किसी से फर्स्ट टाइम मिल रहे हैं, किसी से एक फॉर्मल सेटिंग में बात कर रहे हैं, so we say how do you do. And when we are in informal setting, then we can ask how are you, because इसमें हम उस बंदे को already जानते हैं. So we use this kind of phrase how are you. So this is major difference between how do you do, जिसका जवाब how do you do ही होगा, और how are you के बहुत सारे जवाब हो सकते हैं. I'm fine, thank you, pretty good, same as always. तो इसको भी हम देखते हैं कि what could be the answers to them. Then you can add these sentences in your discourse. Like if you want to ask about someone that what is going on with him or her. So first of all, what's up, which is some old expression. Then what's new? This is comparatively better. Then what have you been up to lately? So what have you been up to? Lately na bhi use kare. Even this is enough. What have you been up to? Or where have you been up to? Even that is okay. कि आज कहाँ थे, ये क्या कर रहे हो आज? How is it going? How's it going is also a very good expression. या how are things, या how are things going, ये भी एक हाल चाल पूछने का तरीका है. और how's life, जो कि एक क्लिशे है, एक बहुत पुराना तरीका हो गया है पूछने का. So consider it, delete it from your mental lexicon, focus on the rest of the sentences. Try to choose unique one, because your discussion, your spoken English should be having unique collection of words or sentences. Now these could be answers. I'm fine, thanks. A cliche purana ho chuka hai. How about you? Normally we do not ask this while when someone is asking about how are you. हम ये कह देते हैं I'm fine, thanks. What about you? So this is how about you. And then pretty good, or same as always, that depends on circumstances. And if you're not well, not so great. हम पाकिस्तानी है ना, हम बीमार भी हमें पूछेगा क्या हाल है, जी बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक. यानी हम बताते नहीं है अंदर की सूरत हाल क्या चल रही है. अब how are you could be better, कि अभी ठीक हूँ लेकिन ज्यादा बेहतर भी हो सकता था. Can't complain. So ये दो तीन नेगेटिव हैं और दो तीन पॉजिटिव हैं. So these are to tell people about how are you actually feeling. Then excuse me. So excuse me is used at various places. ये आप माजरत कर रहे हैं, तो ये आप कहाँ पे करते हैं, किन मौकों पे आपको ये बोलना चाहिए? So you should be using excuse me when you're crossing people and you don't have any space between or among them to pass. तो आप ये कहेंगे, इसका मतलब है कि you are asking politely for your way from them. Or if uh, there is something that you did wrong, या आपसे कोई गलती हो गई, टक्कर हो गई आपकी किसी से, या आपने किसी के पेपर्स गिरा दिए, in such smaller accidents. So इसमें excuse me is the fittest expression. Then I wonder. Now I wonder जो है ये एक तरह से थोड़ा सा हैरत का एक्सप्रेशन है, जिसमें आप अगले बंदे को थोड़ा सा शो करा रहे हो कि you did not really like the attitude in a way कि I wonder that you could not come to the class, or I wonder mostly young people feel unwell during the college days. I wonder if you could help me. So ये इस सेंस में भी यूज हो सकता है. So this can be used negatively as well as positively in both. But this expression makes your discussion very good. I wonder if you could spare 4 minutes for me. So ये इस सेंस में भी है कि if you could spare 4 minutes, ये भी एक एक्सप्रेशन आपके पास आ गया. और secondly, I wonder उसके साथ अटैच हो गया. I wonder if we could have a lunch today. I wonder if we could have a long class today. So इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हर बात में हम ये कह रहे हैं कि हम भाई मैं हैरान हो रहा हूँ कि क्या हम खाना का टकाएं. भाई खाना खाने में क्या हैरत है, लेकिन ये कि दिस इज एन एक्सप्रेशन कि यार मुझे एक तरह से कि यार ये मेरी जरूरत है, मुझे अच्छा लगेगा. ठीक है. सॉरी. सो सॉरी जब हम नॉर्मली कह रहे हैं विदाउट एनी क्वेश्चन मार्क, तो उसका मतलब है कि हम माफी मांग रहे हैं. लेकिन अगेन इसको जब हम क्वेश्चन मार्क के साथ यूज करते हैं तो दैट कैन गिव certain more responses. For example, if someone said to you something and you could not listen properly, then you should politely say sorry. So this means you want that sentence to be said again, कि आप उसको दोबारा सुनना चाह रहे हैं कि क्या बोला. हम आगे से कहते हैं. अब वो जो है वो एक इंतहाई बुरी चीज है, बुरा एक्सप्रेशन है. आगे से सॉरी. सो इट मीन्स के अगले बंदे को ये पता है कि अब आपने उसने सेंटेंस को रिपीट करना है. सो सॉरी इज अ वेरी गुड एक्सप्रेशन दैट शुड बी देयर इन योर कन्वर्सेशन. Then, could you repeat that, please? Or could you please repeat that? So, ये भी एक और हो सकता है उस सेंटेंस को दोबारा सुनने के लिए. Could you repeat that, please? Or could you please repeat that? So, this is another good expression to listen to the thing that you could not hear for the first time. And come again. So come again means अभी come again जो है ये बेसिकली थोड़ा सा ये कोई ज्यादा पोलाइट टर्म नहीं है ये इसी सेंस में कि किसी ने बात कही आपको समझ नहीं आई तो आप कह रहे हैं come again, कि दोबारा बताओ. आप ये अपने बॉसेस से, अपने सीनियर से, अपने पेरेंट्स से, आप उनसे जो सोशली आपसे ऊपर है उनसे ये वाली टोन यूज नहीं कर सकते. बट अपने फ्रेंड से इनफॉर्मल सेटिंग में यू कैन यूज दिस come again. So come again का मतलब ये नहीं कि जाके दोबारा हो. It means कि दोबारा बोलो, दोबारा से बताओ. How does that sound? So अब how does that sound कि तुम्हें कैसा लगा, ये बात तुम्हें कैसी लगी. So अब sound का मतलब यहाँ पे सिर्फ आवाज नहीं है. अब ये एक्सप्रेशन यहाँ पे क्या बता रहा है कि तुम्हें ये चीज कैसी लगी है. So this is very good sentence. Like if you use के okay, I have a plan. Let's go to Murray for 3 days. How does that sound? कि तुम्हें ये कैसा लगा. Now, I don't feel like is used at certain places where you need to tell certain expression के आपका दिल नहीं चाह रहा, मैं काम के लिए willing नहीं हूं, मेरा खाना खाने को दिल नहीं चाह रहा. I don't feel like eating. I don't feel like having dinner. I don't feel like talking to you. I don't feel like teaching anymore. I don't feel like attending any more classes. I don't feel like voting in favor of Noon League or PTI. I don't feel like marrying again. So in this way, ये बहुत सारे एक्सप्रेशन हैं जिसको ये कवर कर जाता है कि I don't feel like getting up from the bed. I don't feel like playing cricket. I don't feel like cooking. कि मेरा दिल नहीं चाह रहा कुकिंग करने का, मेरा दिल नहीं चाह रहा खाना बनाने का, मेरा दिल नहीं चाह रहा क्रिकेट खेलने का, then that sounds great. अगर कोई अच्छी खबर हमें मिलती है या कोई चीज हमें अच्छी लगती है तो हम कहते हैं ना यार जबरदस्त बहुत आला. So that sounds great. So ये it is very good expression. Okay, we have the plan of Murray finalized. So, oh, that sounds great. Or, okay, we're going to picnic tomorrow. That sounds great. So, अब ये जो है, that sounds great. ऐसे मौकों पे आप इसे use कर सकते हैं where you feel कि you got some better news, happy news. Then, oh, never mind. So, oh, never mind is an expression that can be used at certain places where normally we say it's okay. So, it's okay is a cliche. Cliche क्या होता है? वो एक पुराना एक फिक्रा, एक expression जो कि बहुत stereotypical हो चुका होता है. And we need to go beyond that. और हमें कुछ नया search करना है. और for that reason, what we need to do, we need to come up with certain novel sentences. So, oh, never mind. I'm sorry, I broke your pen. Oh, never mind. So, ये it's okay की बहुत अच्छी replacement है. Could you please talk slower? If someone is talking fast, so you can use this sort of sentences. And you can also make sentences, unique sentences linking to this. Could you please go and bring the shovel? Could you please fetch a glass of water for me? Thank you. That helps a lot. So we all say thank you, but again, that helps a lot. अगर हम इसको add करेंगे, so that makes the sentence more meaningful, and this gives more motivation to the person who helped you. How do you spell that? So if you want to ask the spelling for something, so this is good expression. How do you spell that? Or how do you spell Capricorn? How do you spell etiquette? Nice to meet you. Now this is an expression which should be written whenever you meet a person first time, or stranger से आप मिलते हैं normally, तो उसमें हम मिलते हुए भी और रुखसत होते हुए भी, we should be adding this into our conversation. Player is all mine. So nice to meet you का आंसर अगर कोई आपसे बोल रहा है, so that your plausible answer could be player is all mine. Where are you from? आप कहां से ताल्लुक रखते हैं? So where are you from? This is enough. How can I help you? How may I help you? How can I help you? Both are correct depending upon context and circumstances. So this is normally used in official settings. I'll be with you in a moment. I'll be with you in a moment. कि मैं थोड़ी देर में आपके साथ हूँगा. Normally हम किसी को कहते हैं यार मैं busy हूँ, मैं मसरूफ हूँ. So this is very good expression of saying I'll be with you in a moment. What time is our meeting? Normally we say what is the time of the meeting? So what time is our meeting? What time is the train leaving? What time is your flight? What time is he coming? So this is another expression which is a unique one. Now, घड़ी पे time देखते हुए, it is 10 past 6. 10 past 6. So इसका मतलब है कि 6:10 हो चुके. It is 9:45. यानी 9:45 हुए. It is 12:30. यानी 12:30 हो चुके हैं. It is 5:03. It means कि 3 बजने में 5 मिनट बाकी हैं. I've got nothing to do with. So I have got nothing to do with. This is also a very different expression. कि I've got nothing to do with cinema. कोई आपसे कहता है जी movies देखने चले. I've got nothing to do with cinema. I've got nothing to do with his business. I've got nothing to do with Mr. Anwar. I've got nothing to do with this institute. कि मेरा इनसे कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है, मेरा इनसे कोई वास्ता नहीं है. Go down the corridor. So this is an expression which you use with the people when you need to tell them कि ओके आप लाइक रास्ता समझाते वक्त हम नॉर्मली ये यूज करते हैं. ओके, गो डाउन द कॉरिडोर, गो डाउन द रोड एंड मीट मी इन द रूम नंबर 6. सो डाउन द कॉरिडोर, डाउन द रोड, डाउन द बिल्डिंग, इसमें सिर्फ ऊंचाई और ये झुकाव वाली बात नहीं है. ये इस तरह के आप किसी को रूम नंबर 1 पे खड़ा होकर कह रहे हैं कि गो डाउन द कॉरिडोर एंड मीट मी और मीट मिस्टर असलम in room number 6. So that shows you, or that is used for telling someone the way to something. And then, how far is the dash? How far is the market? How far is the university? How far is your campus? How far is your residence? कितना दूर है यानी आपका घर? What is he to you? What is he to you? कि उसका आपसे क्या रिश्ता है? What is he to him? What is she to you? उसका आपसे क्या रिश्ता बनता है? उसका आपसे क्या ताल्लुक है? So these sentences can be very beneficial for your good spoken English, especially when you're using it in a very formal setting. So these sentences happen to be very formal, and they can bring a good impression on the people from your side. So I hope you understood all these expressions. Now I request you, all of you who are listening, who are watching, to please use these expressions in your discourse.